Hello and welcome to Tales from Nerd. I'm your host, a random nerd, and I did not move this table back. Okay, so yes, Random Nerd, Tales from Nerd, my podcast, weekly podcast, gets uploaded every Tuesday at in the morning. Even though I don't announce it on Twitter or Instagram like I used to, I've been lazy about it. Just whole the life, just life. But yes, how are you all doing? And welcome to my podcast. Weird intro. I'm a weird person. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. As you can see, with all the stuff I have in my background, in the past, in the future, just stuff, and what I talk about as well. Which I talk about the comics coming out every Wednesday. This week is September 16th. Yeah, September 16th. Not a heavy week and not a light week, but it is getting a little bit lighter. Because man, sometimes this is not easy. Having this hobby is not easy. I will say that. But we're getting some good stuff. We're getting some really cool stuff. So I'm really excited for what I'm talking about this week in comics. Now, yes, I do Marvel, DC, and I do other studios. The link to the comic book website I'm using is in the link in the description. Also, your comic book shop locator in the description. Also, my Instagram and Twitter in the description. I'm doing it backwards this time. But yes, we're going to go to the first book, which is Amazing Spider-Man Sins of Norman Osborn #1. Written by Nick Spencer, art by Federico Vincentini. The price is $4.99, and this is a description of the book. The Order of the Web is born. The Sin Eater has leveled up thanks to Kindred, and his evil plan is working. New York City is on fire at its own hand. Ravencroft is under siege, and Spider-Man seems to be the only one who knows right from wrong anymore. He certainly can't seem to be the only one. Okay, he certainly can't look for help from Ravencroft's chief administrator, Norman Osborn, whose past will haunt both himself and Spider-Man. So Spidey calls his amazing friends Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Ghost Spider, Spider-Girl, and Madaweb in to help. It is a Sins Rising tie-in. It is $4.99. So right now, we're happing up to that issue 49, which is the big 850 issue of Amazing Spider-Man. Now, you don't need to read basically 850 issues of Spider-Man. Just the Nick Spencer run and what he's done with he's referencing a lot of the 80s, I believe, or 90s stuff. I don't know. I know my Spider-Man lore, but not that well. But yes, I'm excited for this. Kindred's in it, and Senator's in it. I like Senator. Senator's becoming one of my favorite villains that I never knew I would like until now. So yes, is it a good jumping on point? No, because it is a tie to the Sins Rising arc right now. We are heading to the finale pretty soon, I believe, next issue. And then yeah, not there yet, but we're gonna move on to the next book, which is Batman #99, written by James Tynion IV. Art by Jorge Jimenez and colors by Tomo Morey. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. The Joker War, Part 5. Things have changed. As Batman realizes he can't fight this war alone, he's going to need the help. Before he faces down the Joker, he must call up his trusted partner, Dick Grayson. But can Dick reclaim his lost memories in time to join the battle? So yes, Nightwing is coming back into comics, and now the mic picked up that. Phenomenal. But yes, Nightwing is back. I'm really excited because we're getting that Dick Grayson character back rather than Rick Grayson. Rick Grayson was a cool experiment. Not a cool experiment. It was an okay experiment. It just didn't work out well. I enjoyed what we had with Rick Grayson, but it didn't feel like it should have been 12 issues gone back to Dick Grayson. But yeah, we're getting Dick Grayson back Nightwing, so I'm really excited for that. Is it a good jumping on point? No, because we're in Joker War. Joker War #100. Well, Batman #100 will be the finale for Joker War. Joker War is 5 issues, and then about 10 issues of setup. So pick up at your discretion, but I would also pick up the trade for Joker War, so I will give you that. Next up, Batman's Grave number 10, written by Warren Ellis, art by Brian Hitch. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The Batman knows who his enemy is. He just doesn't know where the enemy is or how to fight him. The enemy, though, knows exactly how to fight the Batman and possibly where the Batman is. So yes, this is Warren Ellis's last DC title Bat book as well. Some controversy went with him. I like stuff, but this is part of the last time we'll see him in DC for a while. It's fine by me. I mean, as long as the story provides what it needs. Uh, is it a good jumping on point? No, because the book is ending in literally 2 issues. You're better off collecting the trade of this book. I like it. There's some cool stuff with Batman being a detective, some gadgets, some nice Jim Gordon moments as well. But yes, not a good jumping on point. Next up, Captain America number 23, written by Ta-Nehisi Coates, art by Bob Quinn. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. All Die Young Part 4. A restoration, a resurrection, a bit of redemption, and the return of Cap's number 1 foe. Yeah, that's the description of the book. All Die Young Part 4. It's in the title. It is what basically we're ramping up to Captain America number 25. That's all it is. Not a good jumping on point. I do like this Ta-Nehisi Coates run of Cap because it deals with the Steve situation, which is the Secret Empire event that we got with Evil Steve Rogers. Because the one with Mark Waid really didn't touch upon that, or what happened, how Cap is dealing with Steve. That's how I will say from now on, because Steve messed up, Captain America's life. But yes, I do like it, so I'm really excited for how number 25 is going to be. Next up, Catwoman number 25, written by Ram V, art by Fernando Blanco and John Paul Leon and Juan Ferreira. The price is $5.99, and this is the description of the book. Catwoman returns to Gotham City to get even with the people who stole her plans and used them against Batman. If you're the Riddler or the Penguin, you better watch your back because Catwoman is coming to claim what she deserves, and that's everything. Plus, 2 bonus sales. 1, a story about Catwoman going back to her home turf of Alleytown to start her empire, and another about a cat trying to intervene in a conflict of cat versus woman. And it is the Joker War Collateral Damage tie-in. Kind of good jumping off. Well, kind of, but not really, because I know we're getting 2 tie-ins, or I think this is the only tie-in to Joker War. Yeah. So yeah, it's two tie-ins. Oh, is it just one? No, it's just one tie into Joker War. Next issue with uh, next issue we'll pick up the new story arc. It's a little pricey because it is dealing with the Joker War. Of course, it is tied to Joker War, and also the big issue 25. I'm just mad Hawkman did not get a big issue 25, but I digress. Good jumping on point. If you're really into Joker War, pick it up. If not, next issue is going to be a new story arc, new fresh idea. Well, new story arc, not fresh ideas, because DC's kind of retreads a lot of things. But besides that, I will pick it up because I love me some Catwoman. Man, I miss Jolie Jones' writing and her art, but Ramvi is a really good writer as well. Oh wow, I'm like 10 minutes in. I am not like halfway through with this list. Okay, next up, Detective Comics number 1027, written by Grant Morrison, Scott Snyder, Brian Michael Bendis, Matt Fraction, Peter J. Tomasi, Greg Rucka, Marv Wolfman, James Tynion IV, Kelly Subconic, Tom King, Mariko Tamaki, Dan Jurgens, and it is drawn by Dan Jurgens and Riley Rossmo. There's pencilers by Ivan Reese, Brad Walker, John Romita Jr., and we got a couple artists, Chris Burnham, another penciler, Emanuela Lapacino, David Marquette, art by David Marquez, Walt Simonson, Kevin Nolan, Nolan, Dan Mora, and Eduardo Russo, Chip Zdarsky. I really can't figure. Oh, Chip Zdarsky, yes. Uh, ink, Inker by Joe Padro, Klaus Johnson, Andrew Hennessy, Bill Sai. I can't pronounce that last name. Marcelo Miolio. I'm gonna try. Bill Saizwis. I try my best. And colors by Marcelo Malio, Laura Martin, Nathan Faber, Jordi Belair, Hi-Fi, Ivan Placina, Tamra Bonavellian, Alejandro Sanchez, Arif Prianto. Oh, so yeah, we're getting a huge selection of writers and artists and inkers, and pretty much anyone who's in the industry who's done Batman is doing Batman. So yeah, the price is $9.99 because it is literally the 80 years of Batman because he showed up in Detective Comics number 27, and this is his 1000th anniversary issue. Even though we already had the 1000th anniversary issue about a year or two ago, so yeah. Uh, yeah, price is $9.99, and this is a description of the book. Blowback, the Masterclass, Many Happy Returns, Rookie, Ghost Story 4, Odyssey, Detective number 26, Legacy, as always, Generations Fractured, and A Gift. Those are all the story arcs. But description is light the bat signal because Detective Comics number 27 is here in honor of Batman's first appearance in Detective Comics number 27. This special book-sized celebration brings you the biggest names in comics as it chronicles the most epic Batman adventures Gotham City and the DC Universe has ever seen. The world's craziest detective has a mountain of cases to crack. Who murdered Gotham City's most corrupt police officer? What does Joker's annual visit mean for Bruce Wayne? And most importantly, what Wayne Tech mystery will sow the seeds of the next epic Batman event? All this and more await you within the pages of the biggest Batman issue of them all, which is Batman. Well, Detective Comics number 1027. Uh, Perfect jumping on point because it's literally giving you a crap ton of stories. I mean, you got Scott Snyder, Grant Morrison, Peter Tomasi, Marv Wolfman, Kelly Sue Comics taking a crack at Batman, so I'm really excited for that. Dan Jurgens, love Dan Jurgens, so I am happy with the selection of writers. I'm happy with the selection of artist, especially Chip Zdarsky, because as you know, he is known for Marvel and he drew those wonderful covers for Life of Spider-Man. So I'm really excited for this. Pick it up. Pre-order your comic book shops. Yeah, I pick it up. Yep. Yep. Next up, Giant Size X-Men Storm number 1. Written by Jonathan Hickman. Art by Russell Dodderman. And colors by Matt Wilson. And the price is $4.99. And this is a description of the book. Hickman and Dodderman take flight again in Giant Size X-Men Jean Grey and Emma Frost. Hickman and Dodderman took Jean and Emma into Storm's mind to learn what happened to her. Now they take the X-Men's resident goddess to the far end of the world to save herself. Oh, herself. Yeah. So Giant Size X-Men has had 5 stories where they don't connect right now. This is what I will say. I do enjoy most of them. I feel like some other ones could have used a little tweak, but then again, I might be wrong because every time Jonathan Hickman writes something, he plans it out ahead. So he's probably 10 steps ahead of me. And I'm just like 20 steps behind. It might be that thing. But I'm excited because you got a good writer, you got a good artist. So I'm excited. I can't wait for the expansion of X-Men as more as always. Good. Is it a jumping off point? No. if you're on the X-Men bandwagon, you're on the X-Men bandwagon. That's all I will say. But I do suggest picking up anything Jonathan Hickman is writing because it is essential to the X-Men mythos that's ever growing since he took over. But next up, we got The Immortal Hulk #0, written by Peter David and Al Ewing and Bill Montflow. We got penciler by Mike Mignola and Adam Kubert and Mattia de Lulis. And we got inkers of Gary Talloch, Mark Farmer, and we got colors by Bob Sharon. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. Monster Grave Matters. The real story of Brian Banner, with a new tale by Al Ewing. Al Ewing and Joe Benn's Immortal Hulk series has illuminated the Hulk's history like none before. The special issue reprints Incredible Hulk number 312 and Incredible number 1, two of the pivotal stories that inspired the immortal take of on Brian Banner, Bruce's father and terrifying conduit to the one below all. And a brand new story reveals yet more secrets behind the mastermind of cruelty. A can't miss issue for any Immortal Hulk fanatic. So we're getting an issue basically how Brian Banner is. It is going to be a reprint, but you're going to get the story of you're going to get Al Ewing's story, half of it, the reprint, and then the other half. Because I think they did it for Savage Avengers #0. That's how they did it. I liked it because I got an old story, a little bit more pricey, but I did enjoy it, and I like this. Peter David has done a fantastic run in Hulk. Uh, Incredible Hulk. So I'm really excited for this. Also, Immortal Hulk is like the best book in Marvel at the moment. So yeah, I do recommend it. Because that's the next segue to Immortal Hulk #37, written by Al Ewing, penciler by Joe Bennett, inker by Rui Jose and Bellardino Brado, and colors by Paul Motes. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. When Bruce Banner first came to the Shadow Base, he was cut up into pieces and stored in jars. Now Shadow Base is under his control. But Bruce Banner was only the second test subject. Now the first is free. Now, Immortal Hulk. Oh my God! I know who the first test subject was because if you read Immortal Hulk, I think back in issue 3 or 4, we were introduced to a character. I won't say that character because you need to read Immortal Hulk because it is that good. We meet this character. He's put away. He hasn't been brought up until about last issue 36. I like, holy crap! I remember this character because he was the he was there in this issue, in issue 3 or 4, if I remember. So really exciting. I love how Al Ewing brings continuity of everything about Hulk and creates something new and refreshing. I literally cannot wait for this issue. I do recommend Immortal Hulk, but here's when I say read Immortal Hulk. Pick up the first strip because that'll give you the style of Al Ewing's writing. That'll give you the inks, the pencilers of the amazing Joe Bennett. Because Joe Bennett and Al Ewing, fantastic pairing for Immortal Hulk, perfect pairing. Uh, I don't recommend it because I mean I do recommend the book. Just when you catch up, pick up the other issues. But I do recommend Immortal Hulk. I've been recommending Immortal Hulk since I started the podcast. So yes, I do recommend it, but I do suggest you pick up the first trade. How many? I'm in 20 minutes. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more books. We got a brand new #1, which is Iron Man #1, written by Christopher Cantwell, art by Kafu, colors by Frank Darmata. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. Big Iron. Tony Stark is looking to restart his engine. He decides he's going back to basics, putting away his high-tech toys and high-profile image so he can get his hands dirty again. It's time to dig into the guts of real machines, put on some old-fashioned metal, and fly. But can he really lay that Stark-sized ego down? Life isn't that simple. Something that old friends and frustrating foes are quick to point out. If you strip down a billionaire to his bolts, does he run solid or just overheat? Tony's going to find out once a threat to the entire universe rears its head from the past. As he suits up again, Tony remains sure of one thing. He's still Iron Man, down to his flesh and blood core. So, brand new number one, brand new creative team, brand new art. So I'm really excited. I really can't wait for this new direction because I did enjoy Dan Slott's run on Iron Man, but I knew it was building up to something, and then it built up to something else, and then we got that arc of something that started like 5 years ago, and now they're ending it. So yeah, new creative team looks good. I'm excited picking it up. Can't wait. I do recommend it because it is a brand new number one. Justice League number 53, written by Joshua Williamson, art by Zermancino. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Doom Metal, Part 1 of 5. The Dark Knight's death metal tie-in that will directly impact the finale of that event. Nightwing is on a mission to free the Legion of Doom from Perpetua's clutches. But to do so, he'll need to help none other than Lex Luthor. The surprises are only beginning, as Nightwing, Lex, and New Justice League must fight their way through an Earth twisted by dark multiverse. Titans will be tested, hearts will be broken, and blood will be spilled. Yes, I'm really excited, and Lex looks kind of cool, and Nightwing look. Basically, everyone looks like how the death metal look like, just like they're in the Arctic or they're in Mad Max, kind of. I'm really excited for this. I do recommend this. It is a Justice League story that is connected to death metal right now, so I do recommend it because Joshua Williamson is writing, and pretty much I like anything Joshua Williamson is writing at the moment. So yeah. Next up. Teen Titans number 45, written by Robbie Thompson, art by Eduardo Pansica. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. After the shocking events of last month's Teen Titans annual, Crush has been named the new leader of the Titans. With Damian Wayne missing, can Crush hold the team together? And now that she's in charge, which villains will Lobo's daughter go after first? And will Red Arrow, Kid Flash, Roundhouse follow their hothead new leader into battle? So yes, this is a new arc. I will say this, I believe there's only 3 more issues left. Um, wow, I remember when I read this in Rebirth. Well, when I was getting into comics, I bought a lot of Rebirth comics. I bought Titans, Teen Titans, Green Lanterns, Hal Jordan. I bought a lot of Rebirth titles. Um, I've seen Teen Titans change so many creative teams. Well, about 2 or 3 times. I think this is the third creative team. Um, I do enjoy the book, but I know it's not going to be for everyone. This does pick up the of Robin No More, I believe. I believe that was the last. That was the annual. No, what was the annual? I know we had an annual. Oh, I know we had an annual. So yeah, the annual. But yeah, I mean, the book did did announce that it's going to finish at issue 47, I believe, and I was just at the page. So such an odd number to end in, but it lasted pretty long. I thought it was going to get canceled pretty early on after the creative team after Death. Oh no, yeah, Dark Knight's Metal. So I'm happy it lasted this long. But is it good jumping on point? No. Next up, Thor number 7, written by Donny Cates, art by Aaron Cooter. and colors by Matt Wilson. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Something is wrong with Mjolnir, and this is poor time for the Allfather of Asgard to lose his primary weapon. The Golden City is in chaos after Galactus's ill-timed visit, and there are new threats on the horizon. Thor needs his hammer now more than ever, and yet the Uru grows heavier with every passing day. What will it take for the God of Thunder to hang on to one of the most powerful weapons in the multiverse? Now, the multiverse now. Ooh, that's a good tag. And it's also a good thing because it is a new story arc. So you could pick up fresh from here on out. I do suggest pick up the first trade because the first trade's awesome. You get a cool Thor look. You get a Galactus. That's all you're getting. But yes, very excited for this and cannot wait because after that big reveal on issue 6. Next, Venom number 28, written by Donny Cates, art by Juan Gedeon, and colors by Jesus Aburtov. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Venom Beyond Part 3. As if one new threat to Eddie Brock and his son, Dylan, wasn't bad enough, an entirely different foe rears its monstrous head as Eddie and Dylan try to find their way. But in the dangerous new world, Eddie's also enlisted the help of some new allies, some of whom have familiar faces, and who Eddie may never want to leave. Yes. Ren Beyond, liking it. Liking it. Uh, I liked what there was a thing last issue where the main villain of the book, uh, what's his name? He looks so 90s. What's his name? I don't know his name. But well actually Virus. Yeah, Virus. Um I will say this, he was unmasked. We didn't see the face, but the main bad guy, this version of Null, it's not Null, but it is Null, but from the multiverse. They're in a different multiverse, basically. A different part of the multiverse. And Null's like, I have no freaking clue who you are. And that's just kind of like teasing Donny Case is like, I'm just teasing you who this possibly can be until I come up with the idea who it is, but I probably know who it is. Um, I just suggest picking up number 26 to pick this up, but since Virus was a new character, I think it's sold out. Uh, but if you're a physical collector, you can always buy it physically. If not digitally, there's always digital options. So there's always two options of buying comics. I will say that. So I give you your jumping on point. Next to the final book, X-Men number 12, written by Jonathan Hickman, art by Lainil Francis Yu, and colors by Sunny Go. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Exo Swords, Prelude number 2. The summoning begins, a lead into the biggest X-Men story of the year, continued from Excalibur number 12 and continued in Exo Swords Creation number 1, which is coming out, I believe, next week. So yes, I gave you descriptions of 15 books. These are books I'm picking up for myself, but I always put the link in the description of the comic book website I use. That always gives me up-to-date information of the comics that are coming out always. So you can look forward ahead to see what books you're excited for. These are the books I'm excited for, as always. I hope I already gave my Instagram, gave my Twitter, gave the websites, everything. So I'm done with that. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful time and have a wonderful day or night. Take care and peace.